Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing well. So have you checked out our Sandakphu trekking videos? If not, please go and check it out because here we will be talking about some of the basic necessities or the essential things that you should know before going for the trek. But before that, a snippet. The trek would cost you something about 6,000 to 6,500. Very pocket friendly, right? Don't worry, we will be discussing about it in details in the later part of the video. First of all, right now, why would you choose Sandakphu? Well, Sandakphu, for a beginner level trek, it's a very pocket friendly one, like I said. So even if you don't have any experience, like zero experience in trekking, this is absolutely do-it-yourself trek, even without a guide, that's what I mean. Now, at the height of 12,000 feet, you get a beautiful view of the Kanchenjunga, which is much better than what you get from Darjeeling or Pele. Also, if you're lucky enough, you can get the view of the three sisters, Makalu, Lhotse, and of course the mighty Mount Everest. So you see, at a beginner level trek, you get the first, third, fourth and the fifth highest peaks in the world's view, which I don't think you will get from any other beginner level trek in the country. And now, trekking, as you know, might be tiring, and if you for a trekking want to take any stoppage, like as a rest points, you'll get multiple of them in your entire trek route. So here are one of the basic reasons or some of the basic reasons why you want to choose Sandakphu as your beginner level trek. So now, if you're interested to go, you might be wondering which time of the year would be an appropriate one. Well, the time, which is from, you can say, March to April and then from October to November, are the most preferable time of the year. But otherwise, of course, it is all around the year that you can go except for monsoons. But again, if you want dense snow, that is, you want to experience snowfall, then December would be it. Oh yes, one thing from my personal experience, one suggestion is that you should try going in November because the view that you get is much clearer rather than the view that you would get otherwise from March or April. Now talking about the trail. The trail generally starts from Mani Bhanjang, but you could also choose to start from Dhotre or Kopidhara. Now the distance from Dhotre to Tonglu is pretty less, say about 5 kilometers, but the distance till Mani Bhanjang is about 20 kilometers. So in that case, you would have to opt for a car and the cost would be variable. Here, people generally choose to stay at Tumbling, but we from a personal experience would suggest Tonglu because the view that you get from Tonglu of the Kanchenjunga is a much better one. Just to share a small information, at Tonglu there is just one trekker's hut. And about the bookings, please check our part 3 video where we have shared the details. Rather, the guide has shared all the details about how to get the bookings done. Or else you can also choose to click on the I button to get the details. Now is Kalpokhri or Kali Pokhri. This region is situated in Nepal, so you won't get any trekker's hut. There are private homestays which you have to opt for in this area. So here, I'd like to share a little bit of information. The Sandakphu trek can be trekked in two routes. The one which we had taken, we started from Sandakphu, then to Falud, Gokhre and ending at Srikhola. The other one, which starts from Sandakphu to Srikhola via Gurdum. The one we took was about 57 kilometers, while this route is about 16 kilometers. So you see the differential is about 41 kilometers. Well, we just wanted a bit of challenge, so we took this difficult route, which is the 57 kilometers. But then, of course, you can choose the easier one to start with. Now let's discuss about the budget. Now as for the budget, let's start from NJP, that is New Jalpaiguri or Siliguri. You could choose to commute either by airways or railways, that's totally up to you. From here, that is New Jalpaiguri station, you get a car up till Mani Bhanjang and beyond, but we chose to go till Mani Bhanjang and it cost us something about 3,000. But remember, there's always a place for negotiation. Next is Master G's Hotel at Mania Bhanjang, which would cost you around rupees 245 per person. Here, the food is very expensive. So if you would want to save some money, you could carry your own dry fruits or any other food according to your preference. Next is Tonglu. If you book a GTA, that is a Gorkhaland Territorial Administration hut, then the price should be within rupees 200 per person. Well, here in Shingalila National Park, you cannot enter without a guide. And here a guide would cost you about 1,000 per day. But don't worry, if you don't know any guide, there's nothing to worry. We have shared a guide's information in the description below. Check it out. Here at Singalila Park, you will have to pay for about 120 rupees per head per day. At Kalipokri here, there is no GTA hut available. So you will have to go for the private homestays, which would cost you about 300 rupees per head. Don't worry, the guide will be there to help you out in all these matters. So here one thing needs to be remembered, in case you want to send your luggage, so from the starting point you should make sure that you send your luggage along with the car, which will cost you about 100 rupees. Because anywhere from the later point, if you have to send the luggage, it will cost you about 200 rupees per baggage. Here at Sandakphu, you will get a lot of hotels, like Hotel Sunrise, Hotel Sherpa, but also you will get GTA huts. Yes, the hotels will be slightly costly as compared to the GTA huts, which will be about 300 rupees per head, and also with a nominal amount of 50 to 100 rupees exchange, you will get free Wi-Fi as well. After Kalipokri, the khichdi will start costing for about rupees 200, while your breakfast will be about rupees 80, and for a cup of tea, it will be rupees 20. A slight insight into the GTA hut fares: at Falud about 400, at Gorkhe about 300, and at Srikhola about 200 rupees. From Srikhola, you can go to New Jalpaiguri via car, which will cost you something about 3,500. But if they ask for more, you have another option. You can always take a pool car and go to Darjeeling, just like we did in the video. So I hope this was an informative video for you and you've got almost all the information from us which we could provide, but in case you have still any doubts, do not hesitate. Just drop your comments in the comment section below and we will definitely get back to you. Until then, if you have liked the video, like it, share it and subscribe our channel. Thank you.